What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 24. It's been a little bit since I've been live with this game. I've been practicing. I've realized that this wasn't a game that I could just go live and start playing and figure it out on the fly. It took patience. I'm not completely there yet. I'm still rookie, but I'm ready to make a series now. So this is a test run. I'm working on a trailer for the series, video trailer. Should be fun. And then we're gonna go on a massive series, about 200 episodes or more, around the world. And this plane right here, the Cessna 172. We're gonna find that we crash probably in some places probably. We also are going to have some rough landings. We're gonna have some soft landings. So it'll be very interesting. We're gonna learn as we go. We're gonna do some IFR flights. We're gonna do some VFR flights. We're gonna have some weather. We're gonna be using live weather. If the time of the day is not correct, not good, if like it's completely dark and cloudy and stuff, then it's not. We'll probably make it a daytime flight or something like that. But we will still be using the live weather for the previous day that day. All right. Let's go in here. We're gonna crank this bad boy up. I'm not gonna. I will use the correct startup procedure during the series, but for now we're just going to crank this plane up and just crank the plane up and make sure that we're all good, everything's loaded up, and that we can make this flight. I do have a pre-loaded flight plan. I was loading this flight plan up earlier. It is an IFR flight plan, so we're going to be using IFR points, but in the actual series we'll be using a mixture of IFR and VFR, visual or instrument, in case you're new like me. So yeah, so what we're going to do today, we are going to start at this airport, KUIL, and then we're going to land at KSHN. Okay, we are going to use complete ATC. Oh shit, did I unload that? I unloaded that. Let's load it back up. Okay, let's load it back up. I meant to just hit hide. Okay. All right. So turn this and this on. And then we'll put this back over into its section. All right. We probably meet, let's see, who do I have? Right now, this is Sarah. Sarah is a professional tour guide. Okay, she's going to be along with a long ride with us. We have options of other tour guides too, funny ones or professional. Does it? No BS. It looks like the frames are really bad. Let me check YouTube, make sure that it's not the same on YouTube real fast. Suck. Sorry, let me look real quick at YouTube and see what this. It looked like it wasn't bad earlier when I checked. Just don't double check before I get started. Oh, it looks fine. Okay, it looks fine. On OBS, it looked like it was like stuttering and stuff. And we are ready to roll. Okay, so everything looks good. We are ready to roll out. All right, so just a recap before we get going and call ATC. We got our flight plan loaded in. Flight plan. Double check it. Okay, origin. We are good. So it's a VNAV. Choose all in. Nice. And we'll probably come in as RNAV approach 2. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, we're ready to roll. Everything looks good. I think the only thing that we need to do here, real quick, like, is we're gonna be go. We can just do that. Being at 3,000 feet, I think I really have to set it maybe because it's light level. We're gonna go at 71 knots, I think, is our 74. So 74. All right. That is it. Let's get ATC ready to go. Okay, altimeter set. We have Zulu. Okay. That's fine. We're gonna tune in clearance real quick. At this airport. Say this Quilayute. Quilayute. I'll start 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Somebody knocked on my door. Alright, here we go. We're gonna do a radio check for Quilayute Airport. Quilayute Airport. This is Skyhawk Whiskey 256 radio check. Sounds good. What do you think? All right. So let's ask for clearance. I don't think they have ground here. It doesn't look like we have. I guess we'll just go to control center. Looks like they're doing everything. Okay. Wait, I can't say that word. Quilayute. Control. Okay. IFR to what? Where are we going? IFR to pull up the nav. We are headed to Shelton. Looks like we're headed to Shelton. This is my first time to get all this set up, so I just want to make sure I get it right. Shelton. Okay, here we go. What are you, look, Clarence? Skyhawk Whiskey 256 requesting IFR clearance to Shelton. I think I did VFR. I don't know if this is a... I think I did VFR. I think he's gonna get pissed. He's gonna get pissed because I think I did a VFR on accident. I don't think I did an IFR. Check it real quick. Yeah. I'll change it. Change it. Right. I did that last night on accident because I was planning on doing a VFR, then I changed it once I got in the Navigraph, so I didn't go back to. Okay. Clearance. This is Skyhawk Whiskey 256 requesting IFR clearance to Shelton. Dang, Skippy, you will. Cleared to Shelton. Radar vectors, WAPTO. Then as filed. Climb and maintain 3000. Departure on 125.1 squawk 6255. Skyhawk Whiskey 256. Squawk 6255. 6255. Squawk 6255. Code 6255. Alright, we're squawking the right code here. It should be, can barely see it, but it's under there. Is the transponder off? Is that why? Let's see if we can. Turn all that on anyway, just to. Transponder, where's transponder? Maybe it's on. There we go. Now it's on. Alright. So, I think we're ready. We are ready for taxi, right? Oh, I didn't even tell him I had information Zulu earlier. Control. This is Skyhawk Whiskey 256 with information Zulu. Ready for taxi. Ground. Oh, he told me ground, didn't he? Shit, my bad. I messed that up. Ground was 25.1. Oh, that's what I was wrong. Ground, this is Skyhawk Whiskey 256 with information Zulu requesting taxi. That is ground. Is it not? Did it not change my frequency? 125.1. I'm gonna tell the co-pilot to do it. Okay, the co-pilot's not gonna do it. 125. Okay. There's no ground, so I have to do control. Ground, this is Skyhawk Whiskey 256 with information Zulu requesting taxi. Runway 22. Alright, bye Charlie. Alright, so now. So if I pull this up, I'll show you. Pull this up. We need to go into the charts and taxi chart. We don't have a taxi chart. We don't have anything. We have no charts for this thing. Okay. Never mind. We just figured it out. Taxi to runway 22 via Charlie. Let's turn this plane around first. Turn this bad boy around, see where we can go. Ooh. Why is it not stopping? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll be alright. Alright. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go this way. He said via Charlie, but I don't have any. But if I'm gonna take off at 22, that means 22 degrees would be that way. So I need to go down this way. I need to go take off the other way, so I need to go down this far. Alright. I got all the assistances off. Normally I would have the assistances on, and it would just like draw the map on the ground to like where I needed to go, but I'm kind of trying to graduate out of that into actually flying this thing without the assistances on and using the ATC, that kind of stuff. First was just trying to learn how to get the plane on the ground like in one piece. So we've gotten a little better. We're not perfect. We suck still at it pretty much, but we've gotten a lot better. Okay. Let me request takeoff. Tower, this is Skyhawk Whiskey 256, holding short runway 22, ready for departure. Clear for takeoff, fly runway heading, Skyhawk Whiskey 256. Alright, we cleared. I am working on getting the, I don't know why OBS looks like it's so like jumpy. Does the video look jumpy? I looked at it earlier, it didn't look jumpy. If it does, I'm gonna adjust some settings. If it looks choppy, let me know if it looks choppy in the chat, because it looks choppy on OBS, but when I checked the actual thing, it did not look choppy. So, but I want to make sure it looks okay. I'm gonna disconnect little nav maps. Okay. All right, ready for takeoff. Here we go. Oh no, let me add some flaps. Sorry, 10% flaps. Real quick. Flap increase. We're flying runway heading. Gotta get, I can't remember what the actual speed is. It's like, yeah, right here it comes. V1. Oh snap. Oh snap, we about to flip that plane over. Holy cow. That's because I was on the ground too long and it started trying to lift off. Alright. So he said fly runway heading. We'll wait for him to give us where we go next. He said fly runway heading to he said fly runway, oh shit. He said fly runway heading to 3,000 feet, didn't he? I turned, but it's fine. He's not gonna get pissed. All right, 28 degree, it should be 22 degrees. 22, okay. Now we'll. Radar contact fully at the airport at 1,100 feet, climbing 3,000 feet, heading 140 vectors to Watco, and then my own navigation, Skyhawk Whiskey 256. All right, it's a cloudy day. Man, it's a very beautiful scenic day out there today, right? I'm sure I'm glad I picked IFR. Holy cow. I didn't even like check it before. I just like, I was just gonna take off, and like I picked a route. Like I told ChatGPT just to give me a scenic route and it picked this. Apparently it didn't look at the weather. Let me make sure live weather's on though, actually. It is. Okay. Can we make it like this? I should make it clear though, to be honest. Well, maybe it'll burn off here in a minute. Well, we are in Washington area right now. I can put up on the screen. That's the route that we're taking right now. Looks like we are a little bit off of WAPCO, but he gave us that vector, so that means that it'll probably hit right there on it, or pretty close to it, and then we'll resume our own navigation at WAPCO. Hopefully, though, once we get out of this area here, we will get. Let's see if I can get some weather, radar. Doesn't look like there's any like necessarily like clouds or like rain or anything out there. It's just foggy as crap. Yeah, it's just foggy as crap. That on, that's our tail. Let's show where we was at. And I'm not gonna leave this up there the whole time, but just for now, I was just gonna show it. We'll choose whether we use this or Navigraph. So I'm gonna come off the throttle just a tad bit. I was in the red there. Come off the throttle a tad. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and that out. I'm gonna have to set up a browser source with that site. That way I can pop that browser source up and it won't take over the screen. I think that's a good idea. It's insane. So one thing that we got, so let's take a look. We'll play around with this with SayIntentions for a second while we're waiting. We do have a visitor here. This is Sarah. Okay. Sarah is our tour guide. Hi, Sarah. What are we looking at out there today? It looks kind of foggy, right?
Yes, it does look a bit foggy out there. We're currently flying over the beautiful Olympic National Park, which is known for its diverse ecosystems and stunning landscapes. The fog adds a mysterious touch to the lush greenery and towering trees. This park was established in 1938 and is home to some of the most breathtaking views in the Pacific Northwest. If you look closely, you might even spot the rugged peaks of the Olympic Mountains peeking through the clouds. Just imagine the stories those mountains could tell if they could talk.
This is Skyhawk Whiskey 256. There's lots of fog cover. Is there... What? How high do we have to go to get out of the fog cover? Let's see if they'll answer that. I don't know if they'll answer that. I don't know how high the clouds, the fog is. We could go maybe. I could request to go up, like and we could go on like an exploration and see like 6,000 feet, something like that. I didn't know if it could tell what Microsoft had right now. Like I knew it didn't like necessarily know, but. It looks like there's some clouds right here, so maybe. Oh yeah, no, it's breaking through. So maybe we're about to break through this thing, this fog. That's insane, though. That amount of fog. At least we can see the ground a little bit now. We can see the ground a little bit, Sarah. What are we looking at? This forest that blows us.
What you're looking at down there is part of the stunning Olympic National Park. This forest is home to some of the tallest trees in the world, including the majestic Sitka spruce and western red cedar. The park was established in 1938 and covers nearly 1 million acres of diverse ecosystems, from lush rainforests to rugged mountains. It's a haven for outdoor enthusiasts, offering hiking, camping, and wildlife viewing. Legend has it that the area is also home to Bigfoot, so keep your eyes peeled for any hairy creatures while we fly over.
Roger that. If I see Bigfoot, I'll load up the guns.
I hear you loud and clear. Just remember, if you see Bigfoot, it might be best to just wave and keep flying.
Are there any mountains on this route that we're on?
Yes, there are mountains along our route. If you look to our right, you might catch a glimpse of the Olympic Mountains. These peaks are part of the Olympic National Park and are known for their rugged beauty and diverse ecosystems. The tallest peak, Mount Olympus, rises to 7,980 feet and is a favorite among climbers. The mountains are also home to unique wildlife and stunning glaciers, so keep your eyes peeled for those majestic peaks peeking through the clouds.
Is that really loud on you guys there? Because it keeps capping out on mine. Let me put a filter on that. A limiter. Hopefully it won't cap out now. I don't know why it's doing that. I'll put a limiter on it so it would keep it a little bit lower than the max. About -6 decibels. All right. It looks super, super thick, or is there wildfires going on right now? Solomon, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, friend. How's it going? This is a test flight that we are doing using AI, automated ATC, and a tour guide. So I got different tour guides I can select. This is Sarah. Meet Sarah. Sarah is a very weirdo that just looks at you. But, and she don't move her mouth when she talks. Hey Sarah, what are we looking at?
We're currently flying over the beautiful Quileute River, which is just to our left. This river is about 45 miles long and flows into the Pacific Ocean near La Push. It's a popular spot for fishing, especially salmon, and is surrounded by stunning natural scenery. The river is also known for its rich Native American history, as it has been a vital resource for the local tribes for centuries. So if you see any fishermen down there, they might just be trying to catch dinner.
Okay, cool. That's so Solomon. So that's what I was saying when I don't know if I think I might have spoke to you about it a little bit in one of the streams, but yeah. So this is the test flight for the series. I'm about to do a series where I'm taking this small plane, this little Cessna 172, and I'm going to start at the tip of South America, and we're going to fly all around the world in this Cessna 172. It's going to take a long time, a lot of different videos, a lot of different stops along the way. We're probably going to crash. We're probably going to make many mistakes, especially when we get into high altitudes, because this thing doesn't perform well in high altitudes. But we're going to... And then I'm going to bring this tour guide along, and the tour guide's going to be explaining what we're looking at and stuff like that as we're going through. And the idea is to do it from because I'm like a rookie, right? I've been doing this flight sim stuff for what, like a month and a half, 2 months now, maybe. So, but yeah, it's the idea is to like learn as I'm going and see, and then go back and watch like how good the landings or how bad the landings were at the beginning, and then how either bad or good they are toward the end, that kind of thing. Like, did I improve? What did I learn along the way? That kind of deal. I'm excited for it. Is the stream choppy, or is it's smooth? Because I looked at it earlier and it seemed smooth, but then when I look on OBS, it looks choppy. So I'm worried about it. Let's see, I got it on my screen now. Let's see. Seems smooth. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know why it was, I don't know why on OBS it looks like it's just like real choppy and stuff like that, but yeah, it's hey, I'm good. I won't touch it. Now I gotta touch it if it looks good. All right. So yeah, so looks like we're breaking out of the clouds now. It's hopefully that we're not about to get some more thick clouds, but looks like we're breaking out of that stuff now. But yeah, so then we have Sarah. We have here. I'll check. We'll check another one out. Then we have Janet. Here's Janet. Janet's supposed to be a funny one. So let's see. Hey Janet, we just crossed that river. Did Toby get into any issues in that river?
Oh, that river? Well, Toby once thought it would be a brilliant idea to try and catch fish with his bare hands. He ended up slipping and falling in, which was quite the spectacle. He emerged looking like a soggy potato, and the fish were utterly unimpressed. So yes, he definitely had some issues there.
You know what? I almost missed my turn, actually. We're supposed to be... we're supposed to be taking WAPCO right there. And I was messing around, and I wasn't paying attention. I was still in heading mode, not in nav mode. We would have never hit it anyway because we was to the left of it, but it's fine. We'll intercept now. So if you look here on this one, I'm in heading mode, meaning that it's going toward this blue bug here on this thing. I'm flying toward this blue one. GPS is in standby basically. It's ready. It's getting ready. So I'm headed from this waypoint to this waypoint. So as I'm flying toward the waypoint, this line right here is telling me that I'm flying toward that line. If it's behind me, I'm flying away from it. So I'm flying toward the line, and the line is going this way. Okay. So as I come to it, now that I have GPS on, this line is going to start to come closer, and when it gets here, the plane's going to automatically turn and go down the course. We can watch it happen, and we can see it also on Navigraph. So here, you can kind of see what's happening. So I turned. I'm headed toward this guy. So as I come here, this is kind of the same thing as you're seeing down here on the right screen. It's just facing a different way. It's just always, the plane always faces north on this one. But as they cross, it's going to start to turn. Same thing with this one. It's going to turn and head down this line. I'm going to put the iPad back over in its section over there. We can kind of see it. Let me hide this. Hide that out. We'll be able to see both of them at the same time if we want to. So it's starting to make its turn, see? And that line got together. See down here, this line got together. So it's making its turn. It's intersecting that line. And now we're on course. You can see here we're on course to GPS. We're a little bit low. I'm not sure why we're only at 29 unless the altimeter's not right. That's the only thing I can think about. Hey, what's up, EV? How's it going? Mayday, mayday. Hey, no, it's no mayday now. I'm getting a lot better now. Let's ask. I got a tour guide now, Evie. Check this out. Let's ask. I can't remember what the tour guide's name is now, but what are we looking at now? The weather's starting to clear up. We can actually see the ground. So explain to us what we're looking at.
At our 11 o'clock, about 3 miles out, you can see the beautiful Pacific Ocean, which is just a massive puddle of salty water. Speaking of water, Toby once tried to impress a girl by diving into the ocean with a homemade surfboard made of cardboard. What? Spoiler alert, it didn't float, and he ended up being rescued by a seagull who was probably just as confused as everyone else. So, there you have it, the ocean and Toby's questionable life choices.
You said 11 o'clock, but 11 o'clock would be southeast, right? That's the ocean's not that way.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I must have been looking at the wrong clock. Or maybe I was just daydreaming about Toby's latest misadventure. He once tried to navigate using a sundial while we were flying, and let's just say, we ended up in a field of cows instead of the beach. But yes, 11 o'clock is indeed southeast. Thanks for keeping me on track.
Man, you have to do better than I'll pay you way too much money for that.
Oh, you want me to do better? Well, let me tell you about the lovely Pacific Ocean down at our 1 o'clock, about 3 miles out. It's a massive body
Hey, at
of
least you got
water
it
that
right that
stretches for
time.
miles and miles, and it's known for its
Let's
waves,
see it.
which are great for surfing, unless you're Toby. He once tried to surf there with a boogie board made of spaghetti, thinking it would be a new trend. Spoiler alert, it wasn't, and he ended up getting chased by a very angry seal who thought he was a giant meatball. So yes, the ocean is beautiful, but watch out for Toby's culinary disasters.
I kind of want to climb and get above this and see what it looks like above all these clouds. Let's request a high altitude. Seattle Center, Skyhawk, Whiskey 256, requesting 6,000 feet. Climb and maintain 6,000 feet, Skyhawk, Whiskey 256. Alright, 6,000. Flight level control change. We're going to go up at 74 knots per second. And we should break out of the clouds, maybe, if we get 6,000 feet. That's the goal. That's pretty good. I was just looking at my the output versus the OBS. So I finally got my OBS set up to where I can stream and everything, and I mean not stream, but I can play and stream like in widescreen. 4K and widescreen, but output at 16:9, so you don't get the black bars on. It just takes a lot more processing power from the GPU, but I had some extra. I was able to do it. Hey, this is real. Yeah, it's real cool, man. It's. I think it's a lot more fun, like to do, like to sit here and do it, like. I have to, like, man, it's really dark now. Look at that. Can't see jack, man. Like, you get in the clouds, I guess, even in the simulator, you start to wonder, like, am I facing up? If I didn't have those little pins here, I can actually take those off. And if I take those off, it would start to get really weird because you'd start to get some reflections on the windows and you start to think you saw the ground and stuff. And it does, even like when you're not in the plane, you'll get kind of disoriented. Looks like we've come to breaking out of the clouds now. Nice. I always love that, even in a real airplane. We're in heaven. But yeah, it's a lot better to see this than it is, I think, to see the nothing but just cloudiness and fog. But yeah, in the series, when we go around the world, we're gonna have to be strategic. Like, for example, expect RNAV runway 23 approach into Sanderson. Expect descent in 20 minutes. Skyhawk Whiskey 256. Okay. We get what? Let me make sure we have runway. Contact Seattle approach 121.1. Skyhawk Whiskey 256. Seattle approach. This is Skyhawk Whiskey 256. Altitude, flight level 56. Heading to flight level 60. .09. That's not a big difference, but we'll still put it in there. Altimeter 30.09. Skyhawk Whiskey 256. All right, they won't come back. Oh. We requested 6,000 feet to get above the fog. We can descend to 3,000 if needed. Maintain 6,000 feet. Skyhawk Whiskey 256. Yeah, Solomon. I'm actually having to talk to him like back and forth. It's cool, man. But this one, so to be clear, this one that I'm talking to now is AI. But once I get good at doing this, then I can join the VATSIM network, which is it's live people, live pilots, all the planes, the whole thing is live. Like all the planes, the ATC people, it's somebody doing an ATC. They got all the stuff. You can get online, actually. You can get online and you can see it's just like them playing a game. Not a game, a simulator. But we're on the flight side, they're on the tower side, and they got all the tools to see our planes and stuff, just like an ATC, and then they will tell us where we're going and that kind of thing. It's really fun and interesting, man. I kind of got into it and got in deep and started buying different stuff, but you can do it with a controller and whatever, but I enjoyed doing it with all the flight stuff, using my Stream Deck. So we're going around this curve here, or curve, just talking like I'm on the road. We're going around this bank here. Okay, so we're right here at this waypoint. So we just cut that waypoint. Next waypoint. My next thing I want to get is head tracking, or eye tracking, sorry. It's a Tobii eye tracker. Okay, so we're going to be on this one for a minute. So yeah, it's got other people too. So these are other people that's actually speaking. So we have 16.3 nautical miles. Okay, this is interesting. So the next one is a VOR. So we need to check what this VOR right here, because OLM we're gonna have to switch. It's not a nav point. So all the nav points have these weird, these long 5-digit names, but if it has a 3-digit, then that's like old school navigation or something. It's not GPS. It's like Morse code or something. So we have time because we have 15 nautical miles. But what I have to do, how would I rate? Actually, the game rates your landings for you. I suck really bad at landings, to be honest with you. Actually, I'm not. I don't suck. I'm not consistent, I would say. I can come in sometimes super good, super smooth, but I'm not really good when I have like crosswinds and things like that yet. It's insane how much a small crosswind will mess with you when you're landing, because like right now it seems like everything is like so slow, right? Everything's kind of slow paced, everything's moving kind of slow, even though we're moving fast. It's not a lot going on, but when you start to come in for landing, so much stuff is happening so fast. And then you got to start thinking about like, okay, I gotta reduce my throttle, I gotta add flaps, I gotta make sure that my lateral movement's correct, my vertical speed's correct. So there's like so much stuff that you're like keeping up with. It's easy to forget something, and if you forget one of them, then it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like if you forget to remove your throttle as you're coming down, and you go to flare your nose up to kind of cushion the impact, but you have throttle on, you flare that nose up, then you're going to start climbing. And then you just coast down the freaking runway for like ever. So, and then you don't have enough runway to stop, because once you finally kill the throttle, you finally land, then you got to put the brakes on, and you don't have enough throttle runway to stop. So everything's got to, you got to have it all working in unison. It's fun though. It's super fun. In the career mode, my landings were the worst thing actually, and then just crashing on the runway, and not on the runway, in taxi. Crashing on taxi is one of the hardest things. Like I will flip a plane over so quick. Alright, so let's look up this chart here. Okay. So I was talking about this VOR that we got coming up. Wait. I don't see a VOR on here. Wait, why does it have a VOR here? I don't have that on mine. Okay, Copus. Oh, dang. Is this also? I think that's what this one is. I'll look at it on the web real quick. Oh. Oh, it's on the approach. Okay. Okay. So it's on the approach. I see it. It's actually, Right. I just didn't go. Wait, is the approach not loaded on here? That's why. That's why. So yeah, okay. I unloaded it earlier and apparently it didn't load it. It didn't load it back in correctly. It's really this one. Let me do. I copy that. Done. We do this. There we go. Now we got the right one. So this, once we get to here, we're gonna go VOR to this guy. So what I need to do then is I need to take this guy here. That's the RNAV. I don't want that yet. Let me look. Let me find it over here. Okay, he just say, please count. He's like, okay. Anyway, so here we go. So 113.4. So on that one, it's a little bit different. So we're gonna go with this nav rate 113.4. Is the navigation I need. Let's put that in. It's going to switch it here. OLM. So OLM shows up here now. So that means that we will be able to connect to that OLM. We'll just have to change from a GPS to a localizer. And we just have to hit this button here when we're ready to do that. I think should I start descending? I'm not sure. So let's see if we can pick up that localizer now. If we was to switch this. Oh no. So does the localizer only go toward? I'm gonna go back to nav. We're already getting off the. Alright, we're back on GPS now. I gotta figure out that a little bit better. On the navs, how do you know you're not gonna fly into a mountain? Like you mean like when I wasn't looking, like when I'm not looking, like when I'm here, I'll be able to see that here. This is actually a kind of like a fish finder. You know what I mean? Like a fish finder kind of. It's like a low resolution like image. So like if a mountain's coming up, it will come up here. You can also like you also can have like different warnings that pop up. Like when I'm 500 feet from the ground, it'll be like a 500, 500, that kind of stuff. Or pull up. If you're like doing the wrong thing, it'll start telling you some stuff. But for the most part, I know that like ATC's got me covered. You know what I mean? So ATC also told me like I am clear at 6,000 feet. I have to have trust because that could be an airplane coming, right? But I know there's not because he told me I'm clear at 6,000 feet. So he knows that I'm on this heading and I'm headed 6,000 feet, and he's following me. I could get up, walk around the freaking plane. I could go sit in the back seat now. It doesn't matter. And whenever if he needs me to do something. If he needs me to do something because there's another plane coming or whatever, he'll tell me. The key is, normally, you don't, you just do it. Okay? Oh look, we're breaking out. Finally, out of all that fog and stuff. We're going to go back down 3,000 feet now. Seattle approach, Skyhawk, Whiskey 256. Request 3,000 feet. I'm going to put it up at about 110, and then I'm going to reduce throttle. It's going to pitch the nose down, trying to keep at 110. So it's going to let us go 110 knots and no faster. It's going to keep the nose to where we're going like that. And I got the throttle down. But I have to remember now, when I get down there, I need to add the throttle back, because if I don't... we're screwed, right? Because we don't. We're going fast, yeah, but we don't have the throttle to keep flying now. So I gotta remember to add that throttle back when we get to 1,500, or sorry, 3,000. A lot of times it's a little bit safer probably to use vertical speed. In vertical speed, I tell it how many feet per minute I want it to go. The only problem with that is you can overspeed that way, or you can not have enough power to go that far. So it's like a trade-off. It's however you want to do it. I like, normally how I do it is I climb with flight level change, and I will descend with vertical speed normally. But I've gotten a little bit better at just using flight level change now, or flight level control, whatever they call it. I've gotten a lot better at using that, so I'm starting to, I've been noticing I use vertical speed a lot less now. We're about to start leveling out. We're coming down to 3,000 feet. I'm gonna add it up. I'm gonna put my throttle back up. Alright, we're at 3,000 feet. Altimeter is 3006 now, so I'm gonna adjust that too. Okay. You see this little pink thing? This is pretty cool. So it's telling me like within the next 6 seconds or something like that, that's what speed I'm gonna be at. So apparently I'm about to be slowing down, and in the next 6 seconds I'll be at that speed. So now it's just holding its altitude. It's not trying to go up, it's not trying to go down, it's just trying to hold the altitude where it was at. And this is a slow plane too. Like, you can get those planes, like I'm going 83 right now. You can get these planes sometimes, like that's going 250, 500. I can get in a fighter jet, like sometimes, dude. I'll just feel like playing around, and they got these activities. It's like where you can get in an F-18 Hornet, and you do these like low altitude things, like where you're flying this F-18 through the Grand Canyon and stuff, like trying to stay as low to the ground as possible. Landing challenges. It's got all kinds of stuff, man, that keep you entertained. Helicopters, if helicopters are your thing. Gliders, hot air balloons. You can land on aircraft carriers. It's like the replay value of this thing is unmatched, I think. Like, as far as like it's not a video game. I hate to call it a video game, even though it is. Like, it is a game. It is a video game, but it's so much more. It's more of a. It's just more of simulating and more learning the navigational stuff. Just a whole nother world. All right. So, what I'm saying here. In just a minute, it's going to want us to go down to 2990. No, sorry, 2900. But I have a constraint that I've told it. So I've told the plane you cannot go to 2900. You have to stay at 3000. So I'm going to bump this down to 2000. Make sure vertical nav is on. And I'm going to allow the plane to make its decision for itself. Because I have the altitudes in here already, all the way down to 2,000 feet when I get to final approach. So actually when I get to ORED, it's going to start its descent. So this is my descent. And then I'm going to be descending at a 3-degree slope. That's pretty standard. It is standard. I mean, there's a few that's a little bit different, but so we're about to get ready to come in for our landing. Let me read what I gotta say when I come in on my landing. Let's see. On a descent. Descend via. I'll just wing it, I think. Is that the runway? That's Olympia. Something. We're gonna have a sharp left turn here in a minute, and then we're gonna be coming in on RNAV approach. By the way, we can go ahead and pull up that RNAV the chart. I hide this. Okay. All right. Be a Regional Airport. So we're not close enough to the airport to get the radio information yet. See here, the elevation at the airport though looks like where's it at? Where is the no, that's 18,000. That's transatlantic flights. So use local altimeter setting. If not, proceed Olympia altimeter setting to. Wait. Sanderson, okay. So Olympia must be the big airport in this area, and this one's a small one. All right. So crap. So it's only got LNAV only. So meaning that there's no vertical guidance down to the runway. We only have, this says VNAV. It says LNAV, 3 is LNAV only. Oh, here's, okay, so we have vertical guidance down to here. Okay, I see. Okay. So we're gonna have vertical guidance. It's the plane's basically gonna fly itself to this point here. At this point here, we're not going to have vertical guidance anymore. We're still going to have lateral guidance, but we're going to have to maintain how fast we're coming down ourselves. Seems pretty straightforward. I don't think we're going to have any problems. It don't look like it, unless the wind's blowing crazy from the like a crosswind or something like that. Should be okay. One, 2.8. Yeah, we're in the. So right now we're closer to Olympia Regional Airport, which is the one that we're looking at right there, I guess. I guess we're just gonna fly right over that one. .4 miles away from making the left-hand bank. We're gonna go outside the plane for this bank. Then we're gonna go like here. I think this is a really good view. Banking like right there. Watch this bank. Hey, tour guide, you've been kind of quiet. What are we looking at?
At our 1 o'clock, just a mile away, you can see the Olympia Municipal Airport. Now let me tell you about this airport. It's a lovely little place where planes come and go, but it's also where Toby once decided to try and become a pilot. He thought he could just hop into a plane and take off, but instead, he ended up in the control tower trying to order a pizza. The air traffic controllers were not amused, and neither was the pizza delivery guy when he showed up with a pepperoni at the wrong gate. So, there you have it, the Olympia Municipal Airport, where dreams take flight, and sometimes pizza orders get mixed up.
She's such a nerd. I'm gonna change her. Let's go with two-tone. We'll go with two-tone. Hey, two-tone, what are we looking at down here? What's this river in front of us?
Me friend, what you be looking at down there is the beautiful Deschutes River. It's a lovely sight flowing through the heart of Olympia, and it's about 125 miles long. This river was named after the French word Deschutes, meaning of the falls, and it's been a vital waterway for the local tribes and settlers alike. So if you fancy a bit of fishing, or just want to enjoy the great outdoors, this river's a grand spot for that.
Well, so we have Geoff, Jeff or Geoff, which is a professional person. Janet's funny. Sarah's professional. And Two-Tone Murphy is. Oh, they also have. By the way, maybe I can. Let me do this. Let me do this, and then I will do. I'll just do this to make it easier. No, I can't do that. Okay, I'll do this then. So, you also have, on this drop-down menu, I can have weather, mentor. This is so I can have like mentor, and this is like different people. Like some of these, like this John Beckett. This is a streamer from England. That I watch. He's really good to like learn how to fly these planes and stuff. So like they actually have like real people on here, real streamer voices doing this. So you can have mentors explaining how to do the plane, what you should do next, that kind of thing, to kind of teach you as you go. You have cabin crew, co-pilots. So you can fly with one of these people, Eric Cartman. Let's see. Hey, co-pilot, are you gonna land this thing, or am I gonna land this thing?
Hey, I'm just here to handle the radios and comms. You're the one flying this bird, Captain. Let's keep it steady on the descent to 3,000 feet.
You sound like a girl, not Cartman.
I am just here to handle the radios, Captain. Let's keep it steady on the descent to 3,000 feet.
Hey, are you gonna land this bird, or am I gonna land this bird?
Ye be the captain, so you'll be landing this fine vessel. I'll be handling the chatter with the landlubbers on the ground.
This thing's gonna be pretty fun. I like it. This is not a just being clear. Just to be clear, though, this is a paid app. It's not a free app. So, like, if you was to get the game, if you was to get the game, that wouldn't be part of it. That's an add-on. To me, though, it seems to be worth it. I got the premium version. They got a one-time paid version where you pay a one-time fee and you get all the tour guides, mentor, all that kind of stuff, but you don't get the ATC, the real-time ATC with that. But then there's a monthly fee where you do the real-time ATC. But there is a one-time payment, a much cheaper one too, version of a called Beyond ATC. I didn't do a lot with that one. I got it, but I didn't do a lot. I kind of went straight to SayIntentions after I wanted to do the world tour, so for the flight tour for the tour guides. But this one is really good. It's really good because another thing that's really cool about this one that I thought was absolutely a genius move is in the let's see, where's it at? In one of these screens, Oh, and this one. So in the miscellaneous tab on this thing, I was able to put in there that I'm a student pilot, that I'm not an expert. So the ATC will take it easy on you. They will, if you don't do everything right, if you don't do everything right and all that, then they don't care. And they'll work with you. They speak a little slower, that kind of stuff, to kind of help you. And then there's one other thing that you can do. You can add a percentage. So from 10% all the way up to every flight, 100%, or you can turn it off. Think on your feet. It's called cabin crisis. The cabin crew will report an issue with the flight. So you can have like a 10% chance, or however much you want, that there's going to be a crisis that happens and you need to deal with it during the flight. Like, for example, there's a fire on board or something like that, and you're going to have to like make an emergency landing, get with ATC, figure it out. So it's got all that on here. Like it's a really good app. And on top of that, it's in beta right now. They're injecting flights into the thing, so you will be like sequenced in with real flights and stuff. Like, for example, if another person was flying the same route, they have that saved in their memory, so they will have like other people around the airport and they'll have you sequenced in with them, so it'll seem a lot more busy and alive. Really, really cool. I can't say enough good things about it, to be honest with you. It's a little pricey, but I love it, so it's worth it for me. All right, are we headed down yet? I don't think so yet, but we should be at we should be at 2,900 feet when we go to OREV, whatever it is. But it's got 2,900 feet loaded up here, but it hasn't placed it over here yet. So once it does, it's getting ready and it's planning on doing it. But it's going to load this guy up over here, and then we'll start to drop. I'm gonna clear. We got a low fuel warning. I'm gonna clear that low fuel warning out real quick so we don't see that flashing. Not a big deal. We got 10% fuel left. No, 18%. Sorry, I'm kind of blind. We got plenty of fuel on board. And just to be safe, I have a hotkey in case I have ran out of gas before. Multiple times I've ran out of gas. Especially whenever I get to like, whenever I don't plan to like, I'll get out here into the air and I'll be like, hey, what's that mountain over there? And then I'll like go fly over here and see what this mountain is, fly around the mountain and stuff. And then I'll be like, oh man, I don't want to be in these clouds. Let me climb. Climbing takes a lot of gas, right? So I'll climb out of it. And so just doing stuff like that, I'll run out of gas sometimes. We got a lot of turbulence coming in, by the way. It's got starting to bounce around. I don't know if you can see that. Plane's starting to really bounce. But yeah, there's one more thing I want to get. It's really, really expensive though. It's almost like the price of a console, like a PS5 or stuff like that. Not quite. It's kind of like maybe like a Switch. But basically it can track your head movement and eye movement. So like if I was to look over here to the left, it'll like, I don't have to like move my head like all the way to the left like this, but if I like move it to the left, it'll like move the screen here so I can kind of start to like just look around and see what's going on like that, versus like use the mouse to look around. It can even track your eyes, like and somehow, I'm not sure how it does it, but you can put sunglasses on and just move your eyes and it can see your eyes. It's really, really, really kind of crazy if you look at it like that. But all right, we're at 900 feet, so it did go down, or we're at 2,900 feet. So it went down without actually going down, without actually even putting that 2900 in there. It kind of went down on its own anyway. Vertical nav zone. So I guess it could. It's fine. We'll just leave it alone. Once you start messing with it, you can mess it up if you're not careful. So we're about to come into land. All right. So I need to get ready. I'm going to put over here also approach mode. Approach mode, we're going to turn that on. Now we're going to see up here GP showed up, which equals glide path, which is this information here, this 3 degrees glide path. So what's going to... Proceed direct ORED. Cleared to RNAV approach runway 23, Skyhawk Whiskey 256. Nice, nice, nice. Everything's looking good. I'm gonna start slowing it down a little bit here. We're gonna prepare the plane for landing. Get to the right speeds and that kind of thing. We should now, the plane should come down pretty much almost to the runway. It hasn't really started coming down yet. That stuff haven't started happening yet, but it still says that we're in the hold right now anyway. What's probably going to happen as soon as we cross this waypoint right here. So let me zoom in this a little bit, kind of see. As soon as we cross this waypoint here at ORED, we're probably gonna, we'll start to go down to 2,000 because we need to be at 2,000 by Porcy here. We need to be at 2,000 feet, and then at that point, at that 2,000 feet, glide path should take over. Seattle approach, Skyhawk Whiskey 256. We're on approach to the 23 runway, RNAV approach right now. Oh, it never came down. Oh snap, it did mess up. Didn't it? No, it didn't mess up, did it? Hang on. It did mess up. Yeah, it never came down. Holy cow. I was talking, I wasn't paying attention. Let's see what happened here. No. No, we're just now coming in. Seattle approach negative. We're on the way to airport KLM SHN, runway 23, RNAV approach, Skyhawk Whiskey 256. We're on the way to land. We're landing at this freaking airport, by God. Radar services terminated. Sanderson Airport. Change to advisory frequency approved. Squawk BFR. Skyhawk Whiskey 256. We're landing anyway. I don't know if we're supposed to land. I can't tell if they're trying to get me to. I can't tell if they're trying to get me to. Change my. Oh shoot, we need to prepare. I can't tell if they're trying to get me to just cancel and come in on a VFR. I think that might be what it is. Or if they're trying to get me to, if they're saying I missed the runway altogether. I feel like they think that I bypassed it because I loaded that approach late or something. I don't know. Or maybe I should have requested R. No, they told me RNAV though. Sanderson Airport, Seattle approach. Skyhawk Whiskey 256, requesting clearance to land, runway 23. Okay, so we're cleared. Clear to land. Skyhawk Whiskey 256. Okay, we are clear to land. Okay, we're gonna increase flaps. So Seattle approach, clear to land, RNAV approach, runway 23. Skyhawk Whiskey 256. We just put our flaps up, which are these things. So these are the things keeping us slow, keeping us steady. All right, good there. Let's go back in. Let's go back into the plane. And now we're gonna be monitoring our speed. We're gonna get our speed up a little bit. They're confused a little bit on the. It seems like they're approved. They're confused. Oh no, we coming in no matter what. This is the real boss. Those dark zone bosses are nothing compared to these runways. Man, turbulence. Got some mountains over here to the right. What are those mountain ranges to the right?
Those mountain ranges to the right are part of the Olympic Mountains, which are known for their rugged terrain and stunning beauty.
Now, we got
The range is home to Mount Olympus, the highest peak at 7,980 feet, and is a popular destination for hikers and climbers. The mountains are also rich in biodiversity, with unique ecosystems that support a variety of wildlife. Legend has it that the area is inhabited by Bigfoot, so keep your eyes peeled for any furry friends.
We actually, you have to keep speed up. If you go too slow, then it's not good either. So you have to have the perfect match of speed coming into the runway. 'Cause you want to fly through the runway. You don't want to like drop onto the runway, basically. $500. I have before, like, came down perfectly and then forgot to put my landing gear out. This one I don't have to do that, but I have done that before. Man, at the freaking turbulence, man. I'd be a nervous wreck if I was in that plane right now with all that turbulence coming in. It's like it's pushing us off to the left a little bit. Kind of straighten it out with rudder. Pilot off, no throttle, flare the nose, and drop out of the sky. No. Ooh, we about flipped. Why are we about to flip? Man, I saved it, but I don't know why we was about to flip like that. Holy cow. I think I still had rudder on for some reason. Like maybe the rudder was still pressed. I wasn't having it pressed, but maybe it was still pressed. I think you're supposed to, when you're coming with a lot of rudder like that, you're supposed to like land one wheel and it straightens it out or something like that. So that was it wasn't a bad landing. I mean, the after the fact kind of sucked about flipping it over. I would have been so mad if I'd have flipped that plane over after doing that whole flight and then landing on the runway and then flipping it, crashing it into the runway. That would have sucked. Alright, let's go to ground. Where is ground? Do we have ground? We don't have ground. Departure maybe? Ground, this is Skyhawk Whiskey 256 requesting taxi to parking. I can see where they tell us to go. Ground. This is Skyhawk Whiskey 256 requesting taxi to parking. Yeah, I didn't crash. You're right. I don't see a ground though. That's the problem. Let me... They didn't tell me what... Let me ask them. Control, what is the frequency to ground? Skyhawk Whiskey 256. Contact ground 121.9er. Skyhawk Whiskey 256. Ground, this is Skyhawk Whiskey 256. Requesting taxi to parking. Any gate. So if nobody's listening on 1.1, 1.2.9. I guess I'm about to go park my dang self. Sanderson ground. This is Skyhawk Whiskey 256 requesting taxi to parking. When all else fails, just do what you want to do. Let's go park this pump. I don't see a ground. Like, I don't see the grounds. There's not a ground frequency. I don't know if that's the right way. Actually, I think we're supposed to go. Let's go down here. Yeah, I tried all the frequencies, all the ones that matter. They don't have anything about there. Departure control. Need taxi to gate. Skyhawk Whiskey 256. There doesn't seem to be anybody at Sanderson ground. Alright. Sounds like they might be closed. Alright. We'll move around here. Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of fun to do this series, to be honest with you, with this ATC and stuff. I think we're going to learn a lot. We're going to have some funny issues that pop up probably along the way. There's another person over here, looks like. What's the odds of somebody else being at Sanderson ground right at the same time? Yeah, so we're going to be starting in South America. working our way up through Mexico, hop across the Caribbean on the islands, go up through the Florida, back across the United States through the Rockies, up through Alaska, across the Bering Strait into Russia, all through Russia and Europe, Eastern Europe, and throughout Europe, and then all through. I'm not sure if we're going to go through Africa or not. I have to see if there's anything worth going and seeing in Africa. Probably not. And then we will. I don't know if there's any like major. Well, I mean, we'll at least go to the pyramids and all that, like northern Africa. I don't know if we'll go like. I'm not sure what's in. Unless there's a way to get to Antarctica or something, maybe. But we'll see. I'll look it up and see what's going on. But yeah, and then to get back across the Atlantic, that's going to be the challenge. We're going to have to be very strategic with some island hopping and stuff like that. So we'll see if we can make it. Probably having to go up closer to the North Pole and stuff to get across. But yeah, that's going to be a very, very fun, interesting time. And it's going to start soon. I am working on a trailer right now, and then we're going to get started. Probably next week we'll get started at some point. We're still going to be doing the streams for Dark Souls and stuff. That's going to be the main stuff. That's going to be a kind of a side stream that we do to keep Flight Sim going. I've been Flight Simming on my own offline, so this is a way to get it back online. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out today and seeing this kickoff. And the next time I go live with Flight Sim, it will be the episode 1, leg 1 of our world tour. All right. So yeah, thanks for joining, everybody. That's going to be it for this one. I will see you guys later. Hopefully tonight I'll see you guys on the Dark Souls stream. And yeah, take it easy. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.